All right, today we are doing something a little bit special because I've never really tried DWM from a standpoint of actually using it on a daily basis. Now, this right here is BSPWM, and it uses just like a bash RC file to load things. DWM is a little different because I believe it's like a C compile. So you actually compile it every time, like let's say you make a change to it, you're compiling the program, but it also makes it very robust where pretty much anything can be done, which is neat. And it's also kind of like a tried and true called a suckless tool that does it. So that's kind of my thought process. A lot of people swear by DWM. It's been around forever. It's very simplistic once it's set up, but setting it up can be difficult. Probably on a scale of 1 to 10, it's closer to the higher end of things to understand, especially compared to like i3, BSPWM. Awesome Window Manager will probably be a little bit above them because it uses Lua. It requires a little bit more configuration. And then DWM's towards the top difficulty scale, although its defaults are a little bit better than understanding like an Xmonad Window Manager. So that's where we're at today. I'm kind of looking at it. Peter, that's been a long time follower of the channel, sent me all his config, even wrote me up a little PDF guide on his DWM config. We're going to try it. I don't even know what it looks like. So hopefully he didn't send me any like naughty pictures to go throw in there, but I don't think so. I don't even think it has a background. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a pretty wild stream, and I want to just get going right out of the gate too. We'll go ahead and pull up like Chatterino probably. We got a lot to get through today, and I have about 3 hours to get this done. So no dilly dallying on my part, but I do want to check in with y'all first. Oh boy, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. All right, pretty basic. Yeah, Peter's in chat right now. He said it's pretty basic with some patches. All right, you can easily rice it, but that's perfect. I want a really basic setup. I don't need anything crazy. I don't need the fanciness. I just want something functional, is really the goal of today's stream with DWM. So he already put it all on GitHub for me. We got a little PDF tutorial. We just have some easy dependencies to install here. Oh man, I wish that was, that's okay. We can just type it out. DNF install, and we're going to just get lib x11. We'll see if we have all the dependencies. I believe Rocky probably should have these dependencies. We will find out. This is where we get a little bit in kind of crazy territory, as Rocky Linux does not have a very robust packages, especially when it comes to graphics. It's more meant for a server implementation. So let's see what it has. Xorg X11, Xinit session. All right, let's see. Does it have all that? It does. Nice. So we're not missing any devil packages, and that's probably the biggest thing. So that could have been a thorn on our side, but no. You're so lazy with typing. I know. Okay, so now we got that. Copy the DWM directory to any path of your system and go into it. Sudo make install. No clean install needed. Nice. Okay. Let's just do that. We're gonna go into our build directory. I like to throw any project I'm building here. Let's put that over here. Scroll down a little bit, and what we're gonna do is do a git clone. Toss this this entire Git project, the DWM setup from Peter. We have it all right here. It says that just the sudo make install should do it. That probably just needs a .configure, doesn't it? Okay, not .configure. I guess it is just sudo make install. It does, or probably just is. Let's just do a make real fast. Man, that's so fast. Did it? I mean, it didn't error or anything, but look at that make. That's quick. Okay. It is a very simplistic program. So I guess that is, I'm so used to when I do a make of a program, it just takes at least a couple seconds. Oh, the untar. Oh, yeah. I could have, is the tar in here? Because I just cloned the whole repo. Oh, okay. Let's just see. Let's just do a tar, XVF, and then DWM setup. Okay. So let's go into DWM tutorial and DWM 6.4. Alrighty. Let's do a make. Same thing. Looks pretty good. Man, that's so fast on the make was just that. We're gonna do a sudo make install to put it in the actual system. So it's all C, old school. All right, I dig it. So now we have DWM installed from that simple compile and installation. Man, that seems just so fast. All right, a little bit further along than I anticipated already. So we did that. Take my .xinitrc and put that in your own or in your X profile. Let's take a look at that. Probably that's in the earlier directory. You can see that. Let's vim into that XRC. What are we doing? We're grabbing user resources, mod map. Okay. We're using PyCom, which I don't know if I have that installed. We'll need to take a look at that. LX Pol Kit, nitrogen for the background. What else we got? Copy Q. I don't use that. Actually, I use Xclip. That's okay. Clipboard of choice, best functionality if you want to run a daemon or a daemon. Scripts panel filling for extra information in the top right of the panel. X set S off, DPS. That's like disabling monitor. Xrandar could set displays. Obviously, I don't really need this. I actually don't prefer any of this right here for the Xrandar. I like to just set it in an Xorg comp file through etc x11 and then like xorg.conf, and that way you don't have to worry about it. Not recommended unless you are a fast typer. I am not. I do about 70 to 80 words per minute on my good day. So let's go ahead and comment that out as well. And then this launches DWM on startup. I like it. I like it. How are we launching into the system right now is probably a better way to approach this as well. I think we are using a display manager, which I don't think Peter does here. Yeah, this is no Wayland here. We're looking for tried and true, function over form, super fast, super efficient, never will break. Yeah. Yeah, we could also do start X. We could do a lot of different ways to skin that cat for launching DWM. For this one, I believe we'll probably kill BSPWM from like a separate TTY and manually launch it to get going. Let's open up a new workstation, and I want to take a look at what we're currently doing, which is a status. Is it LightDM or is it SDDM? I can't remember what I'm using. Maybe it's GreetD. I set the system up last week, and I can't remember how in the world I'm managing my login. I know it auto logs in. Let's just look at etc. What are we using? It's pretty bad when you don't remember what you did for your display manager, but alas, here we are. I'm not using GDM, am I? Jeez. That'd be just... That's not going to work. I don't like GDM. That's GNOME's display manager. It works, but it's not my first choice. Maybe because it was Rocky and that was kind of like its baked in deal. It's not the end of the world. We can keep that. Yeah, it looks like we're using GDM. Man, I would not have pegged. What was I on that day? All right, let's look. Yeah, we're using display manager, GNOME display manager. All right. I mean, we could leave GDM in case we want to switch to Wayland and try like DWL to get the Wayland instead of Xorg. For now, well, let's do Xorg, get all this going, and then we might look at like a DWL implementation of it if we want to rice it. There's a lot of different directions we could take here. Lots and lots of different places we could go. So, DWM right now, okay, it does launch from pretty much anywhere, so we don't even need the full path. It did install it into our bin, which is nice. That was the sudo make install. Let's go into GDM. I'm curious to see how I did this. I think it was just a custom.conf, wasn't it? So I did Wayland enable false, automatic login true, automatic login enable true. That's fine, but I probably would specify my display management under user sessions. So if you want to auto log into like a specific, like whether it's GNOME, KDE, or even just a window manager like BSPWM or DWM, like what we just installed, usually that resides in, I want to say, user sessions, user local. Was it user local share sessions? No. Where is that located? Oh, DWL doesn't have a panel or assist tray yet. I'll keep an eye on the project until it gets a little more maturity. DWM itself is very mature, though. Make it this desktop file. Okay, if we have a failure on launch, we'll make the desktop file to see. Graphical Display Manager can't find DWM. I don't think we'll need to use a desktop file, but I'll definitely keep that in mind. So, let's see. Where is these sessions located? All right, user share X sessions is where it is. User, I was close. Share X session. All right. So right now on this system, there's GNOME, XFCE, and BSPWM, all desktop files. So yes, I would need to do that. The DWM desktop file. Yep. Correct. Do we have a desktop file in here? I do not see a desktop file, so we'll make one. Let's do locates DWM. Okay, well, maybe we specify that just a bit more. Wow, we got a lot of files. Let's just go to user, just bin. Let's do that, and is DWM in bin? DWP, DWZ. I don't see a DWM in here. What was the update database? I think it's update DB. Let's do a sudo update DB and try locate command again. Locate's a neat little command if you're not familiar with it. You can do an update DB, and what it does is it catalogs all your files so you can easily locate specific executables. So we're trying to find locate DWM, and you can see it found it with the update this time. User local bin DWM is the actual file that we would want to launch. Like, I know it's in one of these. No, it's not in Nix. It does look like I installed a variant of DWM in Nix, but I want to make sure that we don't use that. So I want the one that we just compiled from Peter. Okay. So there is that. Let's make our desktop file. So we're going to go back into user share X sessions. You can see all of our files. Let's just copy BSPWM to DWM desktop. And this needs to be done as root sudo vim DWM desktop. So we have this session. See how it says BSPWM. We could probably just do DWM like that. I would probably feel more comfortable doing the full path like that. And then doing like a DWM up here. And then a DWM down here. So that should fix our sessions for DWM. So you could specify to auto launch any of these and it would be fine. So our desktop's done. This is compiled and put in. I feel like let's continue reading our PDF here just to see what we have. Take my xinitrc, what you like, put that in your own xinit or x profile. Okay. Let's take a look if there was anything I wanted to grab from that xinitrc. I don't think there's much in here that I would actually want to grab. PyCom, probably. I mean, probably the best way to go about this, I would probably just vim into my current .config, bspwm, bspwmrc. So this is what I'm kind of currently launching when I'm doing bspwm. I'm using Fey, so I probably would do this and then probably get rid of nitrogen instead of nitrogen's a different background. Fey is another one to use. All right. As far as hotkeys, I wonder how DWM handles its hotkeys. I think that's all part of the compilation, is it not? I want to say we need to look at our header files and look at that during the compile. So that's good. Probably like an xset cursor left pointer. This fixes cursor startup, which I find kind of needed. So we'll probably do this. We're going to delete these xrandar. Xrandar is used for configuring monitor. I do like the disabling of the monitor shut off because honestly, if my computer's on, just leave my monitor on. I don't care. About energy savings, setting keyboard layout, probably would like to add that here too. As far as anything else, most of this is configuring BSPWM, which we're not going to pull over, and then the rules. The auto start's the most probably the interesting thing we need to look at. Now, PyCom, I configure my PyCom just a little bit different. I'm almost tempted to leave that one in, but what I might do is just kind of paste that there and just use it as a reference, comment it out. Synergy, I use all the time for my stream PC, which sits above. So when I look up, I see you guys and I can just take my mouse and go up there, which is nice. LX Polkit, I don't really use. I'm using GNOME Poolkit instead. So what we'll use, we'll get rid of LX Poolkit. So what I'm doing here and how pretty much any window manager is laid out is you have a compositor that gives you that nice opacity to it so you can see through your windows. Synergy is what I use to communicate between all my computers. We have Polkit that authenticates. It makes it so you can elevate your current user to super user. If you don't have a Polkit, like he's using LX Polkit, which is LXDE's, they both do the same thing. They just look a little different. And that it gives you the ability, like let's say you want to repartition a drive using gparted. If you don't have Polkit installed, you're not doing that. There's no way for the system to elevate that user because there's no policy kit there, which is what Polkit stands for. Phase, setting my background. Copy Q, is that even installed? Oh, yeah, it is. How about that? Okay. We'll leave that. I've never used copy Q, so we're going to figure that out. This panel filling, that's going to be interesting. Let's take a look at that. Everything else looks pretty much standard. So I'm curious about the scripts and the panel filling. Let's take a peek at that, and then we'll be pretty much ready. Do we have panel filling? There it is. Panel filling. So panel filling is, while true, do xset root name. I guess this is sitting the top bar. Oh, you got this sitting on a laptop. He's catting his battery capacity and saying how much charge is left. Oh, that's neat. I don't think I'll use any of that. As far as the free -m, if you're curious about what these are, you can always yank them. Do another one like this. Be like, okay, so that's probably talking about, what is that talking about? Is that disk space? It's not disk space. Oh, RAM usage. Oh, okay. So you can see I am currently using 3096. Bam. That jives. Okay. Usually, oh, you can see the echo MB charge, and then we have an echo date and time. So it looks like just the top bars that, I mean, probably could get rid of this and get rid of this And percent. That's good. So then we just have RAM usage, date. Pretty bare bones. Do we have, let's take a look. Is that wrong? I mean, honestly, this is a little redundant. Let's just make it a little simpler. I feel like that's a pretty good. It just shows you RAM usage and then the date. Less is more in this. So we're really trying to do suckless to philosophy. I want almost zero bloat. This is going to be as simple as you can get to where people are going to go, is that even a desktop? That's where we're going. That's where we're going today. Usually I'm like, let's just throw everything in the kitchen sink at it. Today, we're just going to be like, how little can we put on a system and still be functional? So, honestly, if you want a really reliable system, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever flavor of Linux, it's all kind of the same when it comes to the more stuff you have, the more problems you're going to probably encounter, or the more possible problems you're going to encounter. Same with security. The more stuff and more things you have going on, the more attack vectors, the more odds you're going to get attacked. So that's kind of what the thought process here. Less is more. All right. Corrected for panel filling. Oh, there was some typing errors. Okay. All right, that's fine. Let's take a look at our GitHub. Let's see what their other things were here. We'll just add. I probably should close some of this down. You just updated this 1 minute ago. Was there a change there? Let's just see. Oops. Oh, I see. grep mim. So we could always just verify this command real fast. Ah, perfect. Okay. I like it. Oh, did I delete the wrong one? No. I didn't. All right, let's grab that panel filling, toss it in there. So we're going to just copy. Do we have a scripts directory? Let's just go scripts. I don't have a scripts directory. Let's just make a directory with the path scripts. And then we're going to copy that panel filling to the home scripts path. All right, that's good. Next, let's take a look at what our xinit is currently doing. So we looked at Pete's xinit. Oops. Vim xinit rc. Oh, wow. That's not really doing anything, is it? Yeah, okay, let's build DWM. I think we could easily replace our xinit here. Oh, do we have it open in the first? Oh, we do. That's hilarious. So we have all these x DPS set x layout. This one, I believe when we x set root, let's just verify. Yeah, that doesn't need an ampersand. Keyboard, DPMS. All right, everything else looks pretty good. I'm not really using the Xmod map. We're going to double check that as well. So let's close that. We're going to come back to here. And instead of vimming this, we're going to just copy, build xinitrc, and we're just going to replace xinitrc here. Overwrite our current file because there's really not much there. Should be good. Oh yeah, the 6-month health transformation. Man, I'm telling you, I love it. I got a Whoop strap now. I'm gonna go full athlete mode and track like my heart rate variability and some other stuff. We'll see if I can't optimize things a little bit further on the health front and see what happens. I'm curious. I always wanted to see what happens with that. Other things, let's take a look at the DWM compile as well. I am curious on some of the settings because there's going to be specifically hotkeys and other things that I'm curious about. So let's first look. We can remove panel filling, or actually, let's just go into DWM tutorial, CD DWM. Okay, so here's all our files that was made when we did this. Let's look through them. So we can see what's in here. So you have your C file right here. It's been a while since I've done C program. What is this even in here? I wonder. It's not much. Let's see. We're already 20% of the way through the file. This looks like just the base program. I don't think we configure anything in here, which is cool. This is a binary file.o. We have the header file. Anything in here? Not much. God bless, this is a pretty light program. So you put all of them in comp files. Okay. So here's your config for the make. What does that look like? There's really not that much. That's the origin file, DWM binary, utility. DWM.c is the meat of DWM. All the functions are in there, except for a few added one patches. DWMC. So almost everything's in here. Where would the hotkeys be, I wonder? That's the question I have. Yeah, still on Rocky. Haven't managed to break Rocky yet. Config.h is what most people are saying. Let's take a look. Okay. We set the tags here. This is the workspaces 1 through 10. We have rules for each one. The spacing's a little wonky. You got Telegram. Ugh, Telegram. Gross. Kitty, Alacrity, Lutris. It shows which monitor and just some basic settings. You can see what workspace or what tag it's going to put it on. Okay, so you have the class, which is the name of the program, the instance, which is usually null, title of the window, which is usually the title of the thing, or you could put null, tags, which is the workspace it's going to be. Is it going to be a floating window? Like GIMP has a lot of floating components, so you can see that that's enabled. Is it a terminal, which Alacrity and Kitty are, and then no swallow? Well, that's well then, this is a G-rated stream. Yeah, I don't know what no swallow is or monitor. That's kind of interesting. Swallow it or not? I mean, I don't know. Oh man. Nick, thanks for the sub. Okay, don't know if Kitty works. Alacrity will work. Okay. Swallow is awesome. I agree. Oh, we're still talking about computers. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Moving on. So this kind of just sets the rules for things that get launched. And then we have our layouts, tile, null, monocle. First entry is tiling. How do you switch between tiling and full screen is probably the first thing we need to know. Mod key, mod 4 mask. What is that? Do I not have... Oh, you know what? Thanks, Michael, for the 5 gifted subs, man. It's like, what? Why is nothing showing up there? Tiling and monocle. Okay, mod 4 mask is the Windows key. Mod 2 mask is the Alt key. Good to know. And then monocle, I believe, is full screen, right? And then to change between these layouts would be mod key, and then the key equals the view. Mod key control toggles the view. Oh, okay. Not full screen, but focus on one window. Differences. Okay. Then we have mod key shift mask key for the tag. So I imagine mod key shift in the tag would move a window to a specific workspace where mod key and the key would view that current tag, right? And if not, I probably need to set it up different because I'm going to just be all over the place. Okay, keys are defined at the bottom here. So you have the keys, we have the mod key, open a terminal. Terminal is chosen higher in the file. Show hide panel is mod key XKB. What the hell's XKB? The B key, I guess? Okay, for bar. J, rotate programs over windows. It's a mod key shift J. It's so weird, the syntax. It's just funky as all get out, I gotta say. Definitely intimidating, I would say, from going from a BSPWM to this is like, ooh, okay. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. I just need to modify some stuff, but I don't want to modify too much because then it'll be me that breaks it. Yeah, so the XK we can pretty much just ignore, and it's really just mod key return spawns a terminal window. Mod key B, toggle bar. It's just the syntax that's used. So I'm trying to just wrap my brain around the syntax of DWM and this file. So this is changing vertical, moving windows around. I don't really care about too much this. The big things I really need is moving my windows around, switching to different workspaces, and then quitting or killing applications. What's the kill command used? As long as it's not like Alt F4 or something stupid, I will be okay. I hate that. So this is mod key shift C kills the client, window gets removed. I would prefer that to be a Q with no shift. So just a mod key Q to quit the program. I want to say that's what this is right here. So kill the program would be replaced with that with a Q. Probably just something along these lines. No? All right. Something like that. Win shift Q to kill DWM. Win shift C to kill a program. Okay. Yeah, so I changed Win shift C to just Win Q. Okay, cool. Win C should not be available right now. Okay. So I will just want to change that. So now we can kill a program. We can launch into our terminal. You're going to think I'm kind of weird, but I don't like the traditional mod key return to launch terminals. Kind of funky here. I would prefer it to be mod key X. So you just do Windows key and then X to spawn the terminal. I need to switch my Vim config. It's driving me crazy. My tab button doesn't work. Not kind of, you are weird. That's fair. So now we have that. So we can launch our terminal. We can kill the terminal. That's really all I care about. As long as I can launch my terminal, we're pretty good. Probably the other thing we should know before we launch into DWM is how in the hell are we going to spawn the D menu, which is up here. This is using mod key. No. Control Shift D. I hate that. Me not like. So probably for this one, I would probably do a mod key and then an R, which probably is bound somewhere in here. I kind of like that just from being a Windows user forever. Using the Windows key and then R to do a run command is a lot how my just brain associates with menus. So I probably would do something like mod key and then put this over here and then put it as an R. And just to make sure, do we have, I'm not double binding something. That's another thing I'm trying to keep out of doing. So that'll spawn the D menu command, which is what we use to launch programs. Yeah, we could do Rofi or Wofi instead of D menu. But for now, we're going to just keep it simplistic. We're going to go full DWM, full neckbeard. Win C is double binded. Is it? XK underscore C, comma. So we have, oh, you're using a Chromium? Okay. I don't like that binding. I might change that to Although that's fine, I guess. Control Shift Mask B might change that. No, I don't see C being double bound. I think we're okay. GNOME Calculator. Do we have a calculator? I don't even know if I've installed that. Cotatogram. I wonder what that is. You kind of piqued my interest with that. We're going to get rid of it. I don't think we're going to use that. Cotatogram. What else we got? What's dead beef? I've seen it so much, and for some odd reason, I'm just drawing a blank when I see dead beef. For screenshot tool, you're using SC Rot. I'll probably change that to Flame Shot. That's my go-to. Oh, Dead Beef's the music player. That's right. That's right. And Cotatogram is a fork of Telegram, which I don't use Telegram at all. So we'll probably wipe that out as well. So we got this Alacrity. Let's switch that to Kitty. I mean, it's really not that. It takes a little bit. The syntax is a little bit strange coming from another window manager. But once you get kind of used to it, it's not bad. A lot of the window usage and rearranging them with the keys, not too keen on. But I'm going to leave it for now just to try and get a handle on that workflow. Control Mod 1, which Mod 1 is the Alt key. So Control Alt B will launch into Brave browser. Control Shift Mod 1B, Brave Incognito. Okay. We have hotkey for suspend, shut down now. I wonder what this is right here. The 0xFF56. You must have special keys bound on your keyboard to shut it down. I bet those are function keys. I do not have such a function key. So probably for me, I need to probably rebind these. I mean, I can just type them in the terminal. It doesn't really matter that much. Let's get rid of dead beef. I'm not going to use that. Probably need to rebind all of the screenshot. I mean, we're not going to completely get lost here, though. Run xev. I've used xev in the past. And then when you like need to know something, like if you type a key, it tells you what key you pressed. So you can see right now, what key am I pressing? I'm using the S key, which you can see. So if I have like a special key and I want to know what it is, xev is a good monitoring tool. I've used it before, but it's a good one to have in your back pocket in case you're trying to bind a special code or find that type of thing for here. That's cool. It's very cool. Hexadecimal codes, yeah. Tag keys, 0. So what are the tag keys? Here are the keyboard keys for workspaces are defined. If you don't have a numpad block, you could, for example, replace these hexadecimal kits with like XK0 through 9. Take into account that in C language, the first element in an array is indexed with 0. So 0 corresponds to workspace 1, etc., etc. Very, very cool. Oh, yeah. Need to get that going. So I don't have a num key on this keyboard, so I will need to rebind these. I like the idea that what you're doing there, though, with the numpad. So for this, mod key shift Q quits the entire tag. This one, let's just fix this real fast. Fix some of the formatting. So for the tag keys, I guess this has to be just, because before I was looking at this for the mod keys. So probably mod key XK0. This one's being utilized for a view and a tag. I wonder if I need to unbind this. So typically what I'm thinking is you would have this right here. Probably, let's just go visual with this one. And then let's just do a substitute 0x dot star dot asterisk to a comma. And then we're just going to replace that with that. So let's just replace this with 1, 2, 3. There's probably a better way of doing this. I always think whenever I do a find and replace with hexadecimal, I'm like, there's probably an easier way of doing this one, but it works. And there's this double bind I think we got to take care of. Like this right here, I'm not sure what mod K0's doing. It says view and tag. I kind of want to rebind these, but no, I probably shouldn't. 0 is probably not going to be used very much because it's all the way on the right side of the keyboard. Oh, okay. You can go with 1 instead of, but it always starts at 0, correct? I mean, I don't really need 9. 6 is fine for me. You added 0. Okay. The index of array starts with 0, but we don't necessarily need 0, so we could do that and just have 1 through 9 per se for the tag keys. How is that being defined in the workspaces? Where's tags? Okay, tags. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see. Okay. We're just going to clear up the tag rules up here at the top. 1 through 9. That's fine. That's it. That's it. That's the whole file. Doesn't look too bad. So to switch my desktops around, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But for me, I probably want mod keys. Otherwise, that's just not going to work. So I probably should add tag keys and do like a mod key comma xk underscore 1. Yeah. I'm just looking over it right now, and I'm just double checking. I'd like to get this right on the first go. Probably not going to happen, but it's worth a shot. So for this one, let's just do another substitute. We're going to just find xk like that. We're going to replace it with mod key comma xk like that. I feel like that would be fine. Yeah, and we'll recompile once this is done. So it bakes all this into the DWM binary. There is no config file per se, because once you're done with this, you just rebuild it. And then it's all just hard coded into the file. There's no live changing of a config, because you'd have to relaunch DWM because you'd create a new binary and have to flush out whatever's in the memory. That's probably one thing that you probably could knock DWM for, but I mean, how often are you really going to be changing your config file? Once you get it set, you don't really want it changing. Just my thought. Yeah, it's all binary. That's probably why it's so fast. Okay. All right. So all that looks good. I don't see any complaints from chat. I do think we're going to have to change some more of this stuff. Obviously, I'm not using like PC Man. A lot of these hotkeys I'm probably going to get rid of, but I don't want to change too much before we try to launch into it. I really kind of want just the bare minimum just to see what it looks like. Because I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious on this. It says right now with XK1, you are open workspaces 2, workspaces 1 is counted as 0. So this technically should be 0, 1, 2, 3. So something like that, based on what you're saying. Okay. And if we look up here at the tags, let's make sure. So the tags here show 1 through 9 in this array. But that's just what it's showing for the label of this thing. So a tag 0 is actually 1. Tag 1 is actually 2, because this is an array. All right. That makes sense. And then we have this down here. Okay. Nice. I like it. We have any errors? I don't really see anything bad in here. There's a couple red marks here. I'm still not understanding the layouts 100%. How am I going to change the layouts from like tiling to full screen? Really, that's all I use. Or monocle, it just shows a focus of that window. Does that mean it brings the window into focus? That's something I kind of have to play around with. As far as the hotkeys go on that, I probably would. How are we going to change that layout? Let's just take a look at layout. Layout's not really referenced. Layout. Set layout is with mod key T. Sets layout 0. Mod key F sets it as 1. Mod key. Oh. So mod key T, tile. Mod key F, probably full screen. And then mod key M's monocle only shows the selected window on that workspace. Okay. So mod key 1 would be full screen, probably. I'm not sure what F does. We'll play with it, but I just kind of want to know those mod keys before I do this. Because once we do it, it's going to be hard to reference it, but we'll be able to come back to this file. So once this is done, we just go sudo make install, and I broke it already. Make? Okay, well, what did I do? It's not liking my tags. Oh, man. All right. It doesn't like that. That's a warning. That doesn't matter. Macro tag keys passes 3 arguments, but only takes 2. Oh. So you can't do mod keys like I did here. Okay. Everything else is a warning. So it's just that mod keys I screwed up. Interesting. Kind of digging it, so far. So we'll fix this. How am I going to... I'm not understanding that, which I probably need to... So it doesn't like mod key that, which is fine, I guess. But, how am I going to switch my tags? Like, I don't want to press 1. I'm going to be pressing 1 and 2 and crap all the time. There's got to be something with tags, right? So you got tag keys, tag bar, okay. Is there like, to view a certain tag, I want to be able to, yeah, okay. To view a certain tag, it is mod key. So I just missed this under the definition. So it is mod key and then 1 to view it. And then to toggle the view, mod key control, and then the tag key. And then to move this is something I'm still wrapping my brain around. So was that incorrect when I was doing? It said it only accepted 2 arguments for the tag keys. Actually, it's just tag keys and then that asterisk. Yeah, I mean, either way, I kind of understand it. It's just, I'm not sure, like, what's the difference between view, toggle view, tag, and toggle tag? That's what I'm sitting here going, okay, we know what each key is. We've specified each tag key with each workspace down here with the letter 1 or the number 1 on your keyboard at the top. Specify that as tag key 0 in the array. Okay, it'll become clear later. Let's just do it. All right. So we got a couple warnings, but that looks like just comments and crap that doesn't matter. No errors this time, so that is good. So now, let's just exit. We'll just close out of all that. Oh, was there anything else I needed to know? I guess we'll figure it out. Alrighty. So let's come into like workspace 2 or workspace 3. All right. And what we're going to do here, we're in TTY2. We're going to do a B kill BSPWM. Okay. So that killed that. Now let's switch this over into a DWM session. Log in. Sweet. I guess we're in. Okay, that does work. Kinda. Okay. That's kinda working. It's weird. Okay. Okay, Okay, we got our opacity. I sourced my Extended RC. I don't think it got rerun when I killed the BSPWM session, so that's why I sourced that just then. Yeah. Panel is off by default. Oh, okay. So if we do Windows, oh boy, that's big. That is very large. Wait, so the panel is hidden by default. Oh, that is weird. I kind of like it. So, it's very simple. Okay. So, uh-huh. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move that DWM in a little bit more of a accessible. DWM setup, DWM tutorial, DWM 6.24. And then we're going to move that to just DWM. So why I did this was I want this readily accessible in my home DWM folder. And now let's come back into our config. There's obviously some changes I want to make. The first one being I want that bar on all the time for starting out because I need it for now. Well, I do like a big panel. Okay, well, let's see. So we have panel. Let's see where panel is in this thing. So we have toggle bar right here. That's how I'm toggling the bar. Okay. So where is the toggle bar on startup in here? Lock full screen equals 1. Resize hint 1. Where do you define constant variables in a C file? I don't know. I took C like 20 years ago. It was actually 25 years ago. But that's okay. I mean, wouldn't it be up at the top where you define the variables? Border, pixels, and windows. We could add a little border. You got snapping, pixel, swallow floating, systray pinning 1, systray on the left, show bar 0. Oh, well, put that as 1. Okay, that's easy. 0 means bottom bar, top bar. These colors gotta go. I gotta say right now. I think this is when we start customizing a little bit. So far though, like let's say I want to push this to workspace 2. See, that just works so good. Okay. So we got all that fixed or figured out. We've got shell bar. I like it. Feel like it's a little too big though. And I kind of like Meslo font more than JetBrains. I know. But I feel like that would be pretty good. What am I using for D menu? Oh, it was a mod key R. Okay. So if I want to like do Brave, oh, nope. So D menu. Do I not know how to work D menu? Does that not work? I don't think that works. My spawning of the D menu command. Open D menu by default. That is not working. Is there another one? No, there's not another R. Unless there's like some default command for that. So obviously, where it says DWM 6.4, I kind of want to get rid of that too. So you get column 1, blah, 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 column 2. This is color of the title part of the panel. That's kind of like where we grab XNord probably. What do we have for XNord? Probably want to do, thinking like a lighter XNord, probably something in this range. Give us a little bit better bar. That's not got the purple going on. I'm not a big fan of purple. So then for the reload command, we probably need to set a reload command because we're going to be changing the file so much. And I'd much rather just kind of bind it to kill BSPWM, rebuild it, and then launch it again would be the next thing. And then for this, kind of want to change this to be like oh man, undo. Oh, redo. What did I do? Where did I go? All right, here we go. Let's just kill that. I'm just gonna call this mod key. I like to switch this to E for Explorer. It's the hotkey for Windows to launch Windows Explorer as well. And then I use Thunar instead of PCMan FM. I don't use Firebox or Thunderbird or Notepad QQ or PDFU or Chromium. All right. What's wrong with purple? I'm on Twitch. I should watch myself. I know. I don't use either. Webmail. I know. I know. You just cringed pretty hard when I said it, but that's okay. So let's take a look at the title bar. How do we remove? I was just using that to kind of redo that. Let's see if we can't make the dmenu run command. I don't think is working for us because I don't think I installed dmenu. Or does dmenu come installed with DWM? I feel like you have to install dmenu separately, right? Yeah. Dmenu is not working because it's not installed. And I don't think this is going to be in Rocky. Oh no, look at that. Generic menu for it is. How about that? You know, it's not often Rocky actually has a package I was looking for. Dmenu. Dmenu. All right. Nice. So now I bet yeah. That worked. So then if I want to launch something, I do it. I kind of dig it. I kind of like it. I don't know. It's very simple. That is the noob way of doing it. If you want to patch it, yeah. Better compile dmenu from source. Then you patch it later. Fair. That's the cool thing about a lot of this stuff we're doing today is you can do this on literally any Linux install because it doesn't matter if the package is there because you really shouldn't be installing it from a package manager. Almost everything should be built from source. So that's the beauty of suckless stuff because you just literally it's so small and it just does one thing. So you just download the source and make install and you're good to go. ST terminal's fast too. Yeah, best way to do it. I mean, it's literally a bulletproof way of doing things. Much like a lot of Linux folks are like, "Hey, terminal is awesome because it just always works the same way." Instead of like explaining where to click on a certain menu or whatever you're doing, you don't have to worry about any of that. Cool. Very, very cool. And Kitty just worked right out of the box too. So, oh man, that is so neat. Almost everything works exactly as I like it too. Peter just knows me so well when he made this. I think he just is like, here's all the hotkeys he wants. Or your brain just works like mine. I don't know. Because almost everything here is like really good. Just a couple little things like switching out like scrot. Ooh, sounds like a bad word. With like flame shot. I do need to rebind like my shutdown reboot commands. But I like this a lot better than what I was using. Getting rid of DWM up here is the next thing. Let's see if we can't figure that out. What the hell is swallow? I got to figure that out too. Yeah, Luke Smith always he did a bunch of DWM stuff. I don't know if he's been doing stuff lately. I kind of stopped following him. He kept making weird rants, and I'm like, all right, you do you, Luke. Open Alacrity, then open Genie or MPV or whatever. Try it. You will see swallow in action. But Kitty doesn't swallow, where Alacrity does. Do I have anything? Let's see. Do I have anything over here? No. Oh, actually, you know that. Oh, no. Does it have to be a video or can I use a like a PNG or something? Oh, in this launch bar stuff. Okay. Okay. I got you. An image should work too. All right. I think I saw an image in my downloads. New desk. Okay. How are we going to display the image? What's a... I think I'm using... Oh, dang it. I don't even know what I'm using. What am I using? Faye. Okay. So, Faye, New desk. What? I don't understand what's happening. Ah, okay. There's the new desk. Um, what is it? Kitty does not swallow. Try alacrity. All right, all right. Is that even in my package manager? Probably not. I don't even think Kitty was in there. Yeah, alacrity is not there. Maybe we go full suckless and just go with X. What's the suckless terminal? Someone ST. Do people like ST, or are you guys all alacrity fanboys? Control Shift B. Aha. ST. Yeah, Terminator. Oh man, I remember using Terminator. ST. Look at that. We got a lot to ST. Oh, a lot. I don't know, Peter. A lot of chat saying ST, but we'll try alacrity. Um, let's do it the lazy way, because y'all know me. I'm all about that lazy way. Uh, let's go Nix QA alacrity. I think it should just be Nix env-.ia Nix packages. Yeah. Ah, man, I just, the more I use Nix, I'm just like, I love this thing. It's just so stinking amazing. Like, you would never think to do this stuff on like a Rocky Linux server install, but it's just all like right there. It just works, and it's awesome. So alacrity, did that work? Failed to find suitable GL configuration. Event loop terminated with code 1. Say what? I mean, yeah, I agree though. Like even an Arch Linux user, using Nix makes more sense because you really just can't you really just can't break your system using Nix. It's idiot proof. Signed off by King Idiot right here. Because you have all generations, like even if you do manage to like install a bad package and then that package like messes things up somehow, you can just roll back a generation. It's really cool. It's really cool. Okay, let's get the window information. Um, let's see. What window is this? It looks like just 0. Are we looking for the hex code? 024001? Oh, X prop, not X. Oh, X prop. Or X prop exclamation? No, X prop. Okay. Okay. Windows state normal. Icon name bash. Class is kitty. We just need the class, right? Class. Maybe. No, should be. Class should be enough. Okay, we'll just try class and then null for everything else. So let's go back into our DWM. We've made some changes. We're about to relaunch. As far as auto relaunching, and like, I want to make a script to auto rebuild, shut down DWM, and relaunch it. That's probably next on the hit list. What is that? Oh, I have it up over here. My bad. Kitty. Let's just replace that with a lowercase k. Oh, what was the title? Was there a title? Or do we put null? State normal, blah, blah, blah. Name. Window names, bash. Icon class is kitty. I think that'd be fine. Kitty. Class instance title. Oh, null for the title. Okay. So we'll do null for the title. I like it. Sudo make install. All right, that looks good. So then we just need to relaunch. What's the easiest way to relaunch DWM? Is it just... Oh, well, what I do? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this way of relaunching it. Much more bland. I like it. That's more my speed. It's not really doing... It's not pulling in my xinitrc. So I don't think this is getting run. Or not run properly. Huh. I think we put this in X profile maybe. Let's just yank this. Let's go X profile. Wait, do I not have an X profile? No. Do I not? I don't have an X profile. Oh, exit and RC is only for TTY. That's right. Capital X profile. All right. I like that. So what we'll do this time, it's obviously a little bit modified. We got system analyze start. That's a cool one. System deanalyze is a cool tool. If nobody in chat's used it, it's definitely worth a go. All that looks pretty good to me. Let's fix some of this. Is that a bash or is it an SH or does it matter? I don't think it matters, does it? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think it is capitalized. The X has to be capitalized for profile because I think it's capital X for like a lot of the other, because it's not just X profile, it's like X authority, X resources. All those things get run when X starts up on the user land portion. So once you get out of TTY, that's when it gets launched. Let's just kill this again, and we'll relaunch. I want to make sure that script's taken off and everything's getting launched properly. So we're logging in, and no, did not. It did not. Why? Why? Oh, why did this not? We could use start X. Yeah, definitely a problem with X profile. I'm sitting here thinking why? X profile. Okay, let's try and get rid of the. I agree with that. Could be bash. This invoking bash right there. Let's see. Let's try it again. No, I don't think that worked. All right. Thinking. Best way to do this. Let's see. Just use start X, figure it out later. Possibly. Let's see. I want to just take a minute just to figure. I would really prefer the X profile methodology of it. This one says to make it executable. The file is sourced. So that's why you probably wouldn't do it that way. Or you could possibly just do a dot profile. It's another idea. Might be a typing error, might be a lowercase x. Here, let's just look at the X wiki. X profile, ArchWiki to the rescue. I see ArchWiki always gives me the right answer. That's why I love. It is a lowercase x. The X profile and etc X pro. I've never used etc X profile. It's interesting. It allows you to execute commands at the beginning of an X user session before the window manager is started. X profile file similar to xinitrc. I feel like that's the best way. So just changing the file name. How do they look? Configuration. See, X profile does not use the declaration of bin bash or sh. So the proper format would be the .x profile, all lowercase actually. So we just move X profile into a .x profile. Something like that should yield us the what we want. And let's just cat X profile, because what's going to happen is the system is just going to source it. So you don't really want to declare anything at the top. It should just be run this line, run this line, run this line, run this line, exit. And that is what the magic happens. So we'll kill the session again. Then I probably want to design some kind of relaunch, recompile, relaunch without having to use this. Although the display manager might be non-negotiable. Yeah, I don't think it still didn't run it. Let's just reboot and see. It's been a while since we rebooted. So technically, this probably should just boot right onto DWM's desktop, run the X profile properly. I mean, it didn't, but let's see what the proper way, according to this, would be. Auto start patch. Oh, that's a cool little patch. Let's try to patch something. So you can apply patches. Run auto start blocking and DWM auto start before entering a handler loop. Exit is for TTY though, and technically we probably shouldn't do it that way. The idea here is to find the best way of doing it, not to just make it work. Like, that's the problem I have with a lot of Linux stuff, especially Linux guides. A lot of times people find like one way of making it work, and it's just not a very good way. And that's what I want. I want it to be proper. Just tossing something probably even on an X profile is not probably the way you should do this. That's why I'm kind of like, I kind of want to patch it with an auto start. See, patch will make DWM run .dwm auto start blocking and auto start.sh before entering a handler loop, one of these files, blah, blah, blah. Beware not start up as long as running and will stay completely unresponsive. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, let's patch it. I was like, hey, let's just do it. So this is the diff file. Let's see how hard it is to patch DWM. Kind of wanted to... What the hell's going on with this? Okay, that's just weird. My background's all jacked. Let's just source X profile real fast. Kind of like out on that. All right. We have our auto start over here. And then we have this one right here. DWM, wget. So we're going to grab the auto start patch. We're going to patch the patch. Just manual patching. So this isn't interesting. Just reading chat right now. Back it up first. Okay. I like it. I like it. All right. Let's first copy our config. Oh, wait. This is... Where is this going? Put it in the D1. Where's the patches? Let's take a look at these patches. So it's adding a new library. This is going into DWMC. Oh, man. I mean, it doesn't look like that big of a patch. All right. Just for you guys, I will do a patch. Or a backup. Okay, are you happy now? So we've done that. Now, how do you apply a diff file? It's kind of what I want to look at. Use the patch command. I've never used the patch command. So run command patch -p1. Wow. Don't do it, Peter says. Patch -p1, and then you put that into DWM auto start, right? Like that. You run the patch on 7 patches later. It's the patch of the patch of the patch. It's the inception of patches. See, look, worked great. Oh no, Hunk 3 failed at 237. Oh no. So what happens if we do like a sudo make install? Oh, should I do that? I'm just messing with you. It won't compile. Because the patch failed. Well, I don't want like super customized DWM, do I? I think I went too far off the reservation here. Okay. So we check the rejects. I mean, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of digging it. Let's just go dwm.c.reject. So it's saying static constant char auto start. We can't add those. Well, that should be pretty easy to add, right? Okay. I mean, that's just kind of a neat way of looking at it. All right, fine. I'll just restore from backup. So then you manually patch it? I mean, this seems kind of tedious to me. Like, what patches were done to DWM that I couldn't just... Why wouldn't I just use the stock default DWMs, what I'm wondering, with this patch? And just do the patches myself? Like, what patches have already been applied? Okay. Let's do a manual patch just so we know what it is. So you have your DWM auto start diff. On start, blah, blah, blah. That's just comments I don't really care about. And then sh files. The file containing programs to be started along with DWM are searched in the following directories. data home / DWM to, ooh, XDG data home. That might actually be a problem because that's where my files are located right now. It should be fine. We'll see. The first existing directory is scanned for any auto start files below, autostart.sh or autostart underscore that. Okay. Okay. So let's just start patching this, right? So the first patch is going to be in DWMC. So DWMC. All right. And then if we go here, we're going to take sysstat. Is there a better way to do a manual patch here? This feels a little tedious. All right. Static void run auto start. Static void auto start. Wait, where's that at? This is line 194. Ooh, what's the go-to command? Go-to line, is it 194? Yeah, sweet. Let me just paste that bad boy in there. Okay. And then we go down to here. This is going to be line 237. So let's just go visual mode here. We're going to look for broken. We're going to yank that. So 237. 237. Where's broken? Broken. What? Static const char broken. Static con char. Are we in the wrong file? No. We're fine. 237 static int x error start. X error start. There we go. All right, look at the surrounding code and then search on that code. I agree. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to just toss that in here. Easy, right? Bam, variables, broken. Broken. Oh, oops. So there's our broken. We're just going to take out these guys. Bam. All right, done. All right, next in the patch, we've got a line 1380. We're going to be looking for ev.type. Oh, looks like a lot. Yank. I mean, this does seem a little excessive. I'm just saying. What is this? 1380-ish. 1380-ish. XEV type. Oh, there's a lot of XEV types. So if we go 1380-ish, do we have it over here? Dang, where is that? Handler EV call handler. Okay. It's got to be right after this handler call. So we're going to just have to check this out. Call handler. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Ooh, way off. Okay, I can see why it failed. 17, okay. So technically, we just come into here, paste that bad boy in. Yeah. Perfection. Perfection. Let's just take a peek. We're going to just change that, find that plus sign, and just wipe that out for me. Thanks. Oh, it's painful to watch? Yeah. We're almost to the end of the file, though. Look, we're just going to go OpenBSD, and then I think right before the run command, we're already done. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad, right? So we just paste, oops. See, perfect. You're worried. Oh, X close display DPY. Wonder why that's in red. I don't see a minus sign, so it should be fine. Alrighty, so this is a manual patch. This does look like all just comments, which I don't think we really need, right? All right, let's see what we got. So we'll just go sudo. Let's just do a make. Error. String length not found. Line 784 gives us a little bit of an error. I wonder what that's erroring out on. strlen. That's a part of the code. I did see that in the Vim. So if we look at the DWMC, we go strlen. Right here, you can see it. strlen and strlen. So in the patch itself, this is bad syntax. Why? I feel like there should have been a comma there, maybe? Oh, DWM.1 is man page source. Okay. Thinking about moving to Hyperland. Have you tested it with any games, Proton Wine? Yeah, it works for all the games and stuff. It's just still a little bit green. Still a little bit new. So you're going to run into other problems. It's kind of why I'm kind of messing around with this older stuff, mainly just because it may be old, but it works. There's something to be said for that. I feel like that would be the solution. Just looking at this, I'm like, wouldn't... It's like they missed the commas or something, right? I feel like maybe the patch was just designed weirdly. I don't know. Let's just make it look pretty, I guess. Was it that's the only 2 errors I had? I thought I had another error. We'll just keep adding commas until it's fixed. What's the worst that could happen? When you copy lines, be careful to remove all those pluses. Common mistake. Ooh. Oh, that's what I did. Uh-oh. That's what I did. Yeah. Oh, I'm a big dummy. That's totally what I did. All right. Let's look. String length, I bet there's a plus. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. That's totally what happened. Nah. That's a good little trial and error there. Okay. Let's substitute out beginning of line plus, so it only is pulling in that, and then replacing it with nothing. And then you should see it left the pluses. Oh, that's so stupid. I'm an idiot. Love it. Love it. Okay, that was totally it. Let's do a make again. Okay, that worked. Alrighty. Beautiful. So now that we've done that, let's look at that patch. I should have probably read the patch a little bit better, but where is that? DWM patches. DWM patch. Patches. How many patches have been applied, I wonder? Probably quite a few. You said 7 patches is what you've done so far. So lookup directories in DWM in the home directory, which is currently where I'm actually patching all this stuff right now. So if you look at this patch will make DWM run blop and blop before entering a handler loop. One or both of these files can be omitted. Be aware DWM will not start if blah, 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 blah. All right, great. So let's just move X profile, and then we're going to move it into that. Make directory DWM, move it, vim DWM auto start. We're going to need to add that header real fast because it will not know what to do. Probably need to make sure it's executable as well. Okay. So now we have that. If we cat the auto start, it's going to do all these things, make it look all pretty. And so, boom. Here we go. So on installing DWM, the following attaches have been applied. Rotate stack, attach side, per tag, sys tray, move stack, resize corner, swallow, and CF fax or CFAX. Those are the patches of which I remember. And I added auto start. It's kind of cool though. Pope still didn't auto start. All right, yeah, we can go TTY. So maybe it's just GDM messing with me. Well, that works. Permission denied, scripts panel filtering. PyCom was giving me some bugs. I'll replace that. It is working. So if we look, we'll go into Vim, DWM. Actually, let's first look at panel filling under scripts. I bet you it's like root or some crap. chmod plus x panel filling. It's going to need that. Cat panel filling. Do while. Oh. That's probably feel like panel filling should have something else, right? I mean, I guess we could set that. I don't know. I feel like that's wrong in some form or fashion, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. And then let's go into DWM, auto start. And what we're going to do here, let's just kill your PyCom config and use the PyCom config I've used forever. And then quit, kill it. Now let's do startx again. Okay. Like it. Control Alt B. Suck up some of that memory, Brave. Okay, I like it. We got our auto start. Everything is looking pretty. Got everything pretty much configured the way I want. Yeah, you don't even need to do bash. It's interesting. I wouldn't think that would work. Yeah, I forgot to make it executable on the script. So using startx, this does work. And you can see that the startx is working because we don't have X profile anymore. I got rid of X profile and moved it. So auto start is working. It's just GDM's launch of DWM and how it injects it is a little funky. So, you know, I started the stream by saying less is more. So let's just do purge GDM. Or actually, let's not purge it. We don't need to get rid of it. What we're going to do is just a systemctl disable GDM. And then we're going to make our .xinitrc with delete to the end. And then what we're going to do here is just startx. I feel like that would be sufficient. I don't think that's going to quite get us exactly there because we're currently going into a graphical boot. So we probably would also need to change our system, probably systemctl set default. And I would probably set this to, I want to say default target, right? Or is it Getty? No, it's not Getty. Right now it's on graphical multi-user target, I think is the correct terminology here. Multi-user target. Okay, control Windows workspace key. Oh, interesting. Ah, I kind of like that. That's a neat little tool. There's a lot of little patches here. I dig it. So we got that. Now, I'm not sure if that startx is going to issue. When does xinitrc get run? We're just going to go xinitrc Arch Linux because they have a great wiki. I can't emphasize that enough. Is it run on startup or do you need, okay, handy program to run, blah, 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 xinit usage. I feel like we need an auto login x at startup. Okay, startx is properly configured. We already used that. Nah, I don't really want to do it through a bash profile. It seems a little jank. I think we can just do xinit and then a startx at the end of the xinit session. If not, we could always just execute DWM. You can have startx run. Yeah, I don't really like this way of doing it. What do y'all think about switching the greeter to like a greetd or greeterd? Greetd is kind of an interesting, it's like a systemd service that just, it's bare bones, but I kind of dig the way we can just push it right in without doing the whole xinit or any of that business. So then you enable login, because I don't really want to log in. If someone gets in my studio, them getting on my computer is the last thing I'm worried about. Let's just say that. So I'm in a pretty secure location. Greetd doesn't work with Xorg, really? It's pretty bare bones, man. Yeah, I'm sure most of my neighbors have an arsenal, I'm sure. This is Texas in America. That's like, You guys do know that there's literally 3 guns per every person in America. There's literally almost 1 billion guns in circulation just in America, privately owned. That doesn't include our military. That is a redonkulous amount. Let's see. I think using Greet D might be a good solution here, guys. Yeah, upper middle class text. That's pretty accurate. The hat and boots too. Yeah, of course. Gotta have some shit kickers. All right. I think for this, I really like the Greet D solution. We're gonna try it. I don't know if it'll work with DWM, but I feel like it would. Or let's see. Getty auto login. Getty auto login is kind of an interesting way we could go about this as well. I'm not a huge fan of modifying it, but I'm worried about using another greeter. But modifying Getty's kind of, oh, it's just a little bit too jank for me. Okay. We could do an auto login service. I kind of like that method a little bit better. Ah, hell with it. Let's do an auto login service. I feel like that's the way to go. So under X start, we have this right here. We're going to just change this guy up. This is going to be a Getty. Pretty much all of that is going to be gone. So we're going to go -A, Titus, %, I, 38400, and that should be good. And then just a sudo daemon reload. Actually, that's incorrect. System CTL daemon reload. And I don't think that will work. System CTL start Getty. Yeah. If you want to start it, you can do a bash profile now. Yeah, I think you have to link the auto login to Getty TTY1 there. I mean, this is still a little janky, but not too bad. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need to remove the start X inside of it because technically all this is doing is auto logging into the TTY, which should then run the X init RC, which then does start X. So we shouldn't need to do anything other than those things. Yeah. In a perfect world, we'll see. System Getty, and you can see the Getty TTY1 service right now is associated with that one. We can remove that symlink, or let's just move Getty TTY1 service to Getty. We'll just call this old Getty. So now we have old Getty, and now we're gonna do a symlink. I think we can just do etc systemd system auto login, and then we just do the Getty service, which is this guy right here. Bam. So now we have these two services. Old Getty I don't think should be really messed with, but I kind of want to have something for setting it back to stock defaults if this kind of craps out on me. Pinned a auto login to the line, or you could directly modify TTY1 service. Yeah, that should work. Let's reboot, see what we get. I'm kind of curious. Worst case, it doesn't boot. Wayland, I don't really. I'll probably eventually switch to Wayland, but I just really need like synergy and other things for kind of what I do with multi-boxing and those types of things. You could do like Waynergy and other things, but it's just not gonna quite give me exactly what I want. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted here. We did TTY2. Huh. That's interesting. I think we probably just do a chmod 755. Auto login. Should fix. Okay. Give it another reboot. Maybe it wasn't runnable. Yeah. It could be referencing that old Getty service as well. Fine. I didn't really want to do it this way, but we're doing it this way. All right, we're getting rid of that. Now let's go into our Getty directory. Oh shoot, where is that at? I think it was USR. No, dang it, can't remember. Man. Ooh, actually, I think that's gonna reference. Let's go to USR. I'm pretty sure it was in USR. Was it Getty? No. Oh man, why am I forgetting where I edited that file? Was it in sys? Hmm. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Where is my... Oh, heck with it. Okay. No, I didn't remove StartX from XInit. Right now, I can't remember where in the world. Let's just look at our history. All right, let's just go history. Where was that? Oh, user lib. That's where it was. It's like, come on, Chris. Work, brain. And if we look at history, it's under system user lib systemd system and then the Getty service. User lib system. And then we have the Getty service in here, which I changed. CD Getty, grep Getty. All right, so we have Getty target and Getty service. Give me an all listing of that. What else did I do? Having a brain fart here. I'm like, what did I do on that linking? Ah, gosh. Moved Getty. Getty.target once from etc system service to old. Okay. That's really where I did it. I was right there. And what I'm going to do here is just take this and say old. So that's just going to be a backup of the Getty. And then vim Getty tty1 service. And let's just... I don't know. Yeah, DWM blocks or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, agetty is not the most intuitive thing, I've gotta say. Like, I believe that it should just be... Well, one, let's just not do it that way, actually. What we should do, before I get punching around in here and destroy my system, let's just say that's... Leave it there so we have a reference point. And then... I mean, I think what this should look like is an auto login, your thing, %I, and then like term. And I feel like that should auto log in as Titus. It really should be that simple. But let's find out. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting around in DWM. It's really an interesting window manager. I can see, like, especially if I was like a C programmer, I mean, it would be like just a dream come true. It's been a long time since I've done C, like regular C. I've done C sharp and stuff, but not regular C in a while. And it's a bit foreign to me for sure. Oh, the woodworking project turned out great, HGH. I'm on the new desk right now. It still smells with all the polyurethane I did, so I'm getting a little bit high as I sit here, but other than that, it's actually pretty nice. So I really dig it. All right, auto login did work, but the XInit RC system, this did not. So it didn't like this. I mean, we got like a lot of empty lines here. Let's clean this up a little bit. I don't think we really need almost any of this. I could probably just delete all of it and just do start X. One problem we're having, chmod .xinitrc. I think that has to, does it have to be executable? I can't remember. Chomod. Yeah. Polyurethane's really nice finish though. Like, it feels amazing, and I sanded it afterwards. Oh, it's a great desk. I love this personalized desk, and yeah, so good. Did this not work? I did a start X. Ooh. What if we just do like execute DWM? What? I broke it. Yeah, replace start X with DWM. I think just doing like execute DWM like that. Let's reboot and see what it looks like now. That looks more maybe promising. No, no. We've got the auto login down. It's just not, well, it's not wanting to run DWM at all or start X. Bah! All right, let's remove X in it. What else we got here? No, 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 no. Why is this having such problems? Yeah. Well, yeah, the thing is, how the hell am I going to get back into DWM? I have an auto login here. StartX is no longer working, and I can't execute DWM. So I go StartX. I get nothing. Wait, what? No. Son of a biscuit eater. Okay, well. All right, let's just log out of that. Okay. Launch GNOME, of all things. Okay. Why? I don't know. Yeah, that was like the old awesome thing, but it was actually a GNOME spin using Material Shell. It's kind of cool. What's the configuration for StartX? Like, here we'll just load this up real fast. Let's go configure StartX Arch. StartX. Okay, StartX, blah, blah, blah. Below is a sample xinit rc script. Assuming the window manager has been configured properly. What are all these xconsole and geometries? That's kind of an interesting thing, isn't that? Okay, yeah, xinit rc is what it uses. So, I'm just wondering what these, like, that's an interesting, like, I kind of want to just take this, copy it, and just do that. The default TWM for X11. Yeah, no, I switched it to DWM, so no worries there. Kind of an interesting tidbit, though. I feel like it will work. Although with StartX, did I do the .x correctly? I didn't. I thought I created the xinit file, but apparently I did not. Did I? Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I did vim.startx. StartX to .x init. Is it xinit rc or just xinit? I think it's just .xinit, isn't it? Or is it xinit rc? I think it's xinit rc. Yeah, this is what it shows for xinit rc. Okay. So that should be an easy fix. Move xinit to xinit rc vim.xinitrc. Let's make sure it looks right. All right. That looks correct. And then if we reboot, yeah, that was an old config from like a year ago. I haven't deleted my home directory in a long time, so there's a lot of old projects and configurations from all kinds of different iterations I've had for my desktop. Yeah, I mean, Peter, I think for regular folks, it's just, I don't know. The barrier of entry, I think, is too great for DWM for normal people. To be honest, I mean, I like it, and I could even see myself using it once I figure all this out. I don't even know why the hell it's not launching right now, but the barrier of entry is too great for a normie. I could never see normal people using DWM. Yeah, regular people don't change hotkeys. That's true. I just don't know why I am having so many. Like when I do StartX, it should launch. Okay, well, it launched that time, but it didn't launch my damn auto. No, it didn't. Oh, God bless. All right. I really like this. It's simple. It's plain. It works. I'm just not satisfied with the implementation of it on my system here. I know I could do a better job. Yeah. Hmm. And I'm just trying to think of the best way to approach this. Yeah, I'll figure out that auto login thing later. I don't want to be sitting here pounding around for like 2 hours. Be like, let me get this. What the hell? StartX is not recognizing it. I think inevitably I'll just use a display manager with an auto login that properly executes DWM in the script. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think what I probably will do is, since the auto start patch isn't working, I kind of want to wipe out DWM and start from scratch again and work with the patches now that I see kind of what Peter did with his, because he added a bunch of patches that works for him. But for me, I'd much rather be closer to the stock DWM and just add a couple of the patches that I really like. I think I'm going to stay on Peter's iteration of it right now and then strip it back down to stock, see how it looks, and then probably need to do it a couple times really to get it into a state, and then maybe use like DWM blocks and kind of pimp it out a little bit. But overall, DWM, a very solid choice, and I can see why people use it. It just, right now, I'm just wanting to change a little bit much with it. I probably will switch to like Light DM and then use probably an Xorg startup script in Light DM, a display startup script, I think. And then I'll just issue that to run the auto start and then redo the DWM with just the patches I like. I really appreciate, thank you, Peter, by the way, for making this to kind of see some of the coolness of DWM. But now I kind of want to tear it apart and see how minimal I can get it without zero patches from Suckless, and then just patch a few things. Now that I understand how the patches work and kind of where it can go, it's like, okay, let's see what else we can do. But I really like this right here. Just being able to launch into everything I want is sweet. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. I think looking up what every patch was, I really like the appreciation that everyone was worrying about patching using the patch command. I thought that was kind of a neat thing, using the patch command, having it fail and not patch properly, but it's something that I've never actually used from Linux terminal. I've never done a patch on a C program like that. I think that's cool. Learning that, and just kind of messing around with this was quite fun, and having it set up. Yeah, DWM Titus script. Auto set up your DWM setup. I'm just thinking of easier ways to do it for normies. I think the best thing too, there's just to kind of like recap some of the things that we need to fix still. Doing the auto login, I prefer just to have it go through. Probably doing Light DM would probably be the solution I'm going to go with using a startup script in the display script portion of Light DM. They make it real easy, so it makes sense for me. You could also use SDDM. Its syntax is a little easier too. So either display manager for the launch, creating my own script to kill DWM, recompile it, and then relaunch it would be a secondary want. And then third, minimize what patches are being used right now. Probably start from scratch again, but have this to refer back to of hey, this is how this looked and how these hotkeys were set up, but have a more minimal configuration with just what I like, the tools I like to use and the hotkeys I like to use. And then probably the fourth one to cap it out is the actual rice, because this is pretty damn stock. This is pretty close to what it looks stock. Just a couple changes the color. I like grays. So obviously Nordic theme and a lot of the grays you see here. I probably would add a little bit more of a Nordic spin on it. But just from a aesthetic standpoint, I do enjoy this layout a lot better though. And I probably would take it from a 20-point font at the top down to about probably like a 16-point font. 20 is probably a little excessive, but I do enjoy the minimal nature, and the suckless design is always good. So this honestly ended up probably about as good as you can possibly get for an initial run at DWM and understanding it. Hopefully this stream helps others. I'll put it up on the Titus Tech Talk channel as well if you guys need to refer back to it for anything. And I'll try to timestamp it as well, which will be great too. Obviously, the biggest patch, like Peter said in chat, is the sys_tray patch. It's so important. The tag feature, learning it. There's so many cool things about the patch feature that is needed that you go through. But yeah, I think that's the big thing. I think for relaunching DWM2, there's certain exterior programs. I've compiled it before when I was on a Raspberry Pi, and I need to kill the current desktop session and relaunch Emulation Station. I think I was using it was a UX something plugin. I'll look it up. It's in my, I think it's in my gists in GitHub to do that type of script. So it's not an entirely trivial script, but I don't think it's going to be very difficult either. I think we'll get it. Might take like an hour or two. Yeah. Oh, icon scaling is the reason why I choose 20. That's probably a good reason. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. And then learning Swallow. I think really appreciating the Swallow aspect in like Alicree. I hadn't even seen it yet. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to kind of tinker around a little bit more. So yeah, very neat iteration. Where a lot better than my first run at D. Yeah, I think I even looked at DWM. I'm like, I just ain't got time for this, and I went off it the first time I looked at it. And now that I've looked at it a little more, I'm like, I kind of dig it. I really like the design philosophy behind a lot of the suckless tools. I'm almost tempted to kick Kitty to the curb as well and use ST. ST is no flares kind of thing, but I feel like there's been times where Kitty and Alacrity, they use GPU acceleration and some other stuff, and a lot of times it's just too much. Like on a Pi, for instance, I know both of them, I think, rely on like OpenGL 3.3 or something, and they have issues where I think ST probably wouldn't. So getting more to a more minimal state is probably my first priority with the next run at this. Yeah, dump Kitty, go with ST. I think that's probably what I'll probably end up doing. Truer words have never been spoken, Tari. Yeah. Me, yeah. Whenever I say it takes an hour or two, here comes a month. Yeah, I still like Kitty. Kitty's been my favorite terminal for a long time now, and it's always worked for the most part with some OpenGL shenanigans that have happened. But yeah. All right, well, sweet. Me and my wife are heading off. We're going to get some kind of infrastructure scan or some stuff at the church. So we go to like a bus and they scan all your organs and stuff. And I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh. Prime, you literally rated as I was literally about to shut off. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. I literally was about to stop streaming. Oh, man. No. Oh, re-raid. All right, Prime. Somebody from Prime's chat. We're raiding somewhere else. It's a chain raid. Where are we sending all these people? We were on DWM. It was a DWM setup day. It was a blast. We had a great time. We got all of it done. But you guys were a little bit late. Sorry. Kit Boga. Okay. Oh, jeez. That is so hilarious. Oh. Was it Kit Boga? I probably should pull it up just to make sure. I haven't rated anybody in a bit, but I feel terrible. Prime was like, Literally raided right as I was shutting down. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's do it. But I appreciate the thing. We set up DWM today from all the Prime viewers. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I can't believe we got as far as we did, but hey, it was a lot of fun. Send us to some pool channel. Oh my gosh, that would be so great. Send you to some hot tub channel. That would be awesome. All right, y'all. Well, thank you, Prime, for all the raid for a short second, but I'm out of here, guys. On to the next one. Have fun on Kit's channel. Hopefully, he's messing around with somebody and making those scammers pay. I love Kitboga, so peace all.